Welcome to Author Timeline Thursday with a quote from Neil Patel. A deadline is a promise to yourself, to your team, and to the world. Keep it or break it. The choice is yours. The same is true of your deadline for your book. This is your promise to yourself and to the world. And again, like Neil says, you can either keep it or not. I, of course, would highly encourage you to keep it because that's just the kind of guy I am. Hi there, my name is Christopher Diamani. It is my pleasure, it is my passion to empower aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their trauma to triumph story using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success so they can write and publish their book and then make the impact they know they were born to make through that. And today we're going to share a little bit about deadlines and some of the reasons why I think they are so critically important. Your deadlines, your first draft deadline, your final draft deadline, your publication date, these are all critical to moving your book forward in a methodical, accountable way, but they're also critical to serving your audience in the way you know you're meant to serve them. You can't do that if your book isn't published. And a deadline is a great tool to help you get there. And not just the big three, like as I like to call them, the first draft, final draft, publication date, but your daily or scheduled writing sessions, these are also a really useful tool, a very useful deadline to practically implement your commitment to your craft, to your book, your commitment to serve your audience. Your deadlines in your daily writing sessions are also the foundation of your productivity. If you don't do these things, your book stands a much greater chance of not ever being written. But with these tools, with these deadlines, with your daily writing sessions, with this shift in attitude towards what it takes to get your book done, these are the tools that guarantee your success. Utterly guarantee your success. And as I repeatedly say here on this series, I love anything that guarantees my success or that makes my success inevitable. And your deadlines are the tools that guarantee your book will get written, get published, and get out there in the world doing the things that you want it to do, which is to help positively impact someone else's life. So in this context, I would argue that your deadline is a sacred commitment. Whether it's for your first draft, whether it's for today's writing session, this deadline, this sacred commitment, transforms a date on a calendar into a really exciting milestone on your journey down publication highway. Or in this case, up the staircase on publication highway. So let me ask you this. What's easier to do? Is it easier to write 500 words every single day? Or is it easier to write 3,500 words in one day, once a week? I think the answer is fairly obvious. Your daily commitment, of course, is the fastest, easiest path. And as this woman clearly shows, doing 3,500 words in a single day when you haven't done anything all week, probably a fairly tall order. So your daily writing counts, your daily commitment to show up and write, it's the easiest, fastest path to get your book written and published. It simply is. And this simplest, easiest, fastest path is actually epitomized in Proverbs 13:4. The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. Your willingness to meet your self-imposed deadline is a measure of your integrity, it's a measure of your commitment, it's a measure of your willingness to serve. And really, in the context of integrity, and I say this fairly regularly as well, that simply means I will do what I say I will do, when I say I will do it, whether I feel like it or not. I made the commitment to myself. And by extension, I made that commitment to my reader as well. And if I want to go a step further, I made that commitment before God. So I'd better honor that. There could be some very unpleasant penalties should I choose not to. So it's simply an easier path to do what I say I will do when I say I will do it, whether I feel like it or not. Because the person that's out there waiting for your book, the person for whom you're writing this survival manual, they need your book. Their life literally depends upon the solutions that you have in your book. So not writing it, not sitting down and doing your daily writing session today is actually a massive disservice, not only to yourself and the dreams you have for your life, but I would argue more importantly, to them, to that individual, to that group of individuals who are out there who can't hear the solution any other way than through the way you uniquely say it. So don't leave them hanging. They need your work. I don't know where I was going to go there, but I think maybe I'll just shut my mouth and end with that. Integrity is just such an easy thing to maintain and such a hard thing to get back once you've failed, right? And the showing up every day, it can feel a bit arduous at times. It can feel a little bit like, well, do I have to do this again today? Well, you don't have to do anything. But the price that you pay for not doing something today could very well be that you don't do anything tomorrow either, or the day after that, or the day after that. Because once you break that chain of successes, those small daily wins, it's so much easier to break it again and again and again. So don't go there. Simply do what's put in front of you to do. Make sure that your book gets out into the hands of the people who desperately need the survival guide that you're actually writing. So I'll end there, and I will also ask you to please go to writingcoach.pro/Christopher. I was going to say it all backwards. And connect with me on social media. And there's also a couple of interesting tools there that I think might help you on your journey down Publication Highway. So check those out as well. I'll talk with you soon, and I'm here every day at 3 o'clock. I'd love to see you here again tomorrow. All right? Bye for now.